Welcome back to another episode of Growing Up with Anime. I'm your boy Dex, and last time we talked about some stuff that came out recently, 2019. I posed the question if 2019 was the year that was probably the greatest for anime. I don't know if any of y'all answered that question. If y'all did, I probably read it. If not, then that's whatever. I probably should have stated it in the video, but that's neither here nor there. Right now, we got to talk about some more anime that I apparently grew up with, but most of these came out recently, and I decided to watch them recently. But we're not gonna call it that. We're gonna call it this. You get me? You feel me? All right. So, starting it off. Let's see. We ended it off with Doctor Stone. And now we started off with another couple of recent ones that I seen. So, Seven Deadly Sins. Oh boy, Seven Deadly Sins, man. I saw this while I was in college. I think 2016. 2016 was the first season of this when it came out, and for me, I thought it was phenomenal, bro. The animation was on point. Storyline was alright. The storyline was alright. The main character though, bit of a perv, but you know, as usually most main characters in shown. Well, not most, but it's some. Name a few. Forget it. I can't name a few, but this main character was a perv, but he was also very, very, very strong. And that first season, I think, really did a good job of setting the standard of who these characters are, what their powers are, how strong they are, and really created that mystery of why people were against them and why some of them betrayed them or whatever. And the animation, the fights, they were really, really good. The animation was, I would say, on point for a show like that. I forget who animated it. I don't know who did. I can probably post it in post, but it did a very good job of setting that first expectation for season one. Now, here comes the kicker. I did not watch the rest of this show. I did not see any more seasons or any more episodes after season one. And here's why. I think it was season one and season two. And then after that, my God, bro. No, I take that back. I did see season two. But after that, it was like, dude, what the heck did y'all do? They completely butchered it, bro. Season 3 was just straight up horrible. They did a lot of unnecessary censoring. The art style took a complete nosedive. The animation looked like a third grader could have did it with Microsoft PowerPoint or Photoshop or whatever. Like, dude, what was it? What was the thought process behind that, man? And I tried to give it a shot, but like, dude, I couldn't enjoy it. That would have been a chore for me. I didn't care. I mean, granted, the story element with it was cool, but like, dude, they completely butchered that anime, and I didn't watch anything else after that. Not the movie that came about, not anything else, bro. And there probably were maybe some instances where the animation probably got better. I think I saw a couple online. But dude, that show had so much potential, and they just said, forget it, bro. Nobody's watching this. Or they thought that somebody wasn't watching this, and they just said, forget it, bro. Just throw it out the way. We'll put our money towards something else, because I guess they thought that show wasn't it. And I was just so disappointed. I was looking forward to that next season because I won't say heavily invested, but I was invested enough to look forward to that season. And I just couldn't do it. I tried multiple times on occasion after that. I tried in 2019. I tried again in 2020 during this whole pandemic thing, and I had a little break. But dude, Seven Deadly Sins was done dirty. Just like a lot of anime that have good first or second seasons, bro. But that's just how it is, man. The nature of the beast. And for that alone, man, I had, I just couldn't do it, man. I could not do it at all. So I just gave up on it. Maybe I might try again. Seeing as I watched other anime that didn't have the best of animation quality, but had very good stories to tell, I believe I can try again. So I can't really put no rating on this show until I've like seen it in all its complete entirety, or what's happened up to that point in the story or whatever. So I'll wait. But just know those are my reasons for not completing the show, because man, that animation just did something in my stomach that I was just like, nah, this ain't it. But moving along, man, I said all I needed to say about Seven Deadly Sins. We'll just move right along, man. Just note that that's what it is right now, and I'll update you if I start to watch it again. But moving along, we got Magi. Now, Magi, I was not expecting Magi to be as good as it was when I first saw it. I just thought that this was just some random anime about magic, and really, I don't know if it's on here. I don't think it is on here. No, it's not. But I really had watched the spinoff, the one with Sinbad, and how they had to do the dungeons or whatever, and how he became to be known as like the leader of a whole nation and created a nation. And then we got to meet the other people, and I was like, okay, so this is actually pretty fire. I wonder what else they got. And then they showed Magi, and then you see the characters in Magi, and watch how they go up until they meet Sinbad. I was like, oh, okay, it comes in full circle now. But yeah, Magi is fire, bro. The anime, first off, the animation is good. I wouldn't say it's the greatest animation, but it's consistent enough that it doesn't, take away from the story that they're trying to tell as well. So Magi does a good job with animation, but also their story and how they build up the characters. The main character being, I think, the little wizard boy who meets a djinn, I think. Who meets a djinn, a genie or whatever you want to call it, and befriends him and gains power like that. And we see his progression along through the story. It's been a while since I've seen it. I saw it that same year I saw that first season of Seven Deadly. It was like 2016. So yeah, that show is actually pretty good. And what I was saying was like the way that they build up the characters between the magic dude, the one boy who comes from a small village, I think, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but comes from a small village and ends up, becoming another king, or later he becomes a king or whatever. And you see his progression through that. And then the one girl who's brought in through slavery and then rises up to nobility ranks or whatever. Like, the way that they built their characters in this show was actually very, very well done. And it did enough to where it kept my attention and made me wonder, like, where are they going to go from here? Where are they going to go from there? And I would say that, though there may have been, like, some small, slow parts, I believe. And it's been a while since I've seen it, so I can't really remember any slow parts, because all I remember is like the major parts that happened. All I do say is, if there were any slow parts, they were dwarfed by all the great things that I did with that anime. And the thing is, they didn't really drop the ball with this one. And I think there might be some more story to tell, as far as I know, because I think they stopped with, I want to say 3, maybe season 4. I don't know, I have to look. But yeah, they did a real good job with this, and I'm glad I watched it when I did, and just took a chance to dove in, because that was some great story and a great lore that they did behind it as well. And I probably should try to read the manga, but either way it goes, Magi is a definite good show that if you have not seen it, I think it's on Netflix still, and y'all should check it out, man. But now let's move on to this last one. And the last one, Should I talk about it? I did see it. It's K Project. Yeah. So I did watch K Project. It was 2016. But honestly, if I'm being real, that show is kind of forgettable, if I may say. Um, though though the animation quality was good, it was there. Like I have no qualms with the animation. The art style is kind of forgettable. I mean, it's like they use a predictable art style with like sharp lines and very pointy, very well, not rigid, but like it was very pointy, and it was like, I feel like I've seen this before. Now I can't remember. That's probably one of the reasons why I forgot about it, because there was also a story with it. But I should probably watch it again. But as far as I know, it wasn't bad nor good, but it's honestly kind of forgettable. Went along the lines of like anime that you've watched, you know, over the course of time. So like, I don't know if there was a really good opening that caught my eye, maybe a closing, but I don't. I hardly remember K Project. I know I watched it because I remember binge watching it in college 2016. But as far as like any story behind it, only thing I could probably tell you about is that it was just a battle between two factions. I think it was like red or blue, and they were fighting about something, probably territory, as far as I can remember. But other than that, man, I can't remember a thing that I saw about K Project. And it was good at the time that I watched it, but thinking on it now, like 4, 5, 6 years later, it's like, dude, what was that show about, But I mean, as far as I can tell, as far as I can remember, I do remember that its animation was very, very stellar and competent to the times, and it didn't hinder the show at all. But as far as like that art style and having a good plot, it's kind of forgettable if you ask me. But I mean, maybe y'all might remember the plot line. Maybe I should watch it again and it might change my thoughts on it. But for now, I'd say that show was kind of forgettable. But it's like it's something to do. Like if you have free time on your hand and you just want to watch something and see what it is, and maybe you might like it, maybe you won't. I don't know. Watch K Project. But until like I can give a definitive answer on it, I wouldn't waste your time on it. There's way better anime out there right now that I think will keep your attention and serve you better than K Project. So if you got nothing else better to do, watch it. But if not, check out some of the other anime that are out there. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna stop right there. But appreciate y'all checking in, watching until now. Let me know if I'm, what's the word? Not accurate, but like, let me know if these descriptions of these shows is doing anything. Like if it's, giving you some suggestions or giving you like, making you think that you want to maybe watch some of these shows. I don't know. Let me know if I helped you out with that. Let me know if you have any suggestions in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe, follow me if you want to. If not, that's cool. I still appreciate the love and support. I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Peace.